Thought we played, two really quality opponents this week. Virginia Tech out of the ACC, and then a really good Old Dominion team. Last night, I thought on Tuesday at Tech we played really competitively. We had some really good at bats. Thought we had a nice start from Carson. A couple good bullpen performances. Overall, it was a pretty good effort. Last night at ODU, you got to give the credit to them and never really never really let us get in the game very much. I thought their starter was really good. Our bats weren't up to the level we're used to, and they were able to kind of take control of that thing and kind of hold on from beginning to end. Absolutely, I think obviously the midweek competition we faced hopefully leaves us really well prepared for this weekend. Our guys were able to get a number of at bats. We were able to get a lot of guys up off the mound, so that's certainly the good side of having the multiple midweek games, and hopefully it leaves us very ready for a really good Wilmington team this weekend. Yeah, our middle lineup guys, for the last pretty good stretch here has been Hall in the 3-hole, good hitting cleanup, and then Large behind him. And I think those guys have had good seasons. Obviously Ryan and Cullen, this is their second year as regulars for us. They got a lot of at-bats under their belt their freshman year. They've looked a lot more comfortable. They haven't had quite as many peaks and valleys as they had last year. They've been pretty consistent all the way through. And I think, that middle lineup core, those are the guys that, you count on to kind of hold the fort down, from day to day in your lineup. We've had contributions at the top of that with Amir and McConey being really good at getting on base and doing some some run scoring stuff. And then some of the guys down the bottom have had really good weeks for us too. You can talk about, Hunter Smith, and now we're getting Hohen going a little bit. Some guys like Kyle's had really good bats, and Smitty's had some good days for us and stuff like that. So, but those middle lineup core, those guys have been good for us throughout, and we'll certainly continue to count on that. Yeah, our rotation guys, the guys that will start the games this weekend, all pitched pretty well last week. So obviously that leaves you feeling pretty good about it. Anyway, I thought it was a really good step for Nick Brown. He's a guy that is a real core guy for us. And getting him back and having him throw well on Friday night was key. We're going to run into some really good Friday starters here from our oppositions over the next couple of weeks. We need him to be sharp and certainly continue to build off what he did last week. I thought Bodie had a really nice start on Saturday. Kind of ran into a little trouble kind of closing out innings at the end, but he's been throwing the ball well. He looks like he's continuing to gain confidence. And Dan Powers, threw really well on Sunday. Was able to pitch really efficiently, was able to command the ball very well. So we'll need those guys to give us good starts. We'll need our bullpen guys to, come up big in whatever roles we use them in. And, we'll need the pitching staff as a whole to continue to progress as we face a really solid lineup. Wilmington's it seems like a really balanced team. A lot of guys that we've seen in years past. Starts with a pretty good pitching staff. Some guys with some good stuff in their rotation that'll challenge us and, be good at the beginning of games. Got a really deep and really talented bullpen. Some guys that, have really kind of solidified the back end for them. Got some athletic defenders, in the outfield and some of their middle players. And, they've swung the bats really well. Both some production guys, Fight, and some of those guys have had really good years swinging the bats. Get some guys who can run a little bit. So it's a really balanced club, And I think they've always been sort of a measuring stick type team in the CAA. Somebody that's always been at or near the top. And we're fired up to get a chance to get them in here this weekend. I think hopefully we've been playing pretty well too the last couple of weeks. It should be a good series.